Do you still want chocolate? You still good?
I will do it. It's our last one. Let's do it. We'll go for it.
Okay, awesome.
Alright guys, this is Sweet Talk Season 2. Welcome back. Again, I'm your host, Chris. I know it's a long-awaited Season 2. We were hyping it up for a long time. But this is the first episode, and today I have a very special guest with me, is Mara, one of the owners from the Good Chocolatier. So Mara, I'll let you take it away. Tell me a bit about yourself and what you do with the Good Chocolatier.
Really, the beginning of the company was me realizing that chocolate is so much more than I knew about. So my initial thought, like obviously there was the passion of chocolate and really how I just wanted people to know about the fuel it can be, and that it just, when it's made really well with good ingredients, ethical processes, and processed just also very carefully with health benefits in mind, it can be exactly the opposite of what people think it is. It doesn't make you fat, it's good for your digestive system, it fuels you, it energizes you, it gives you a good mood, and it just really needs to be made carefully. From the start, we're like 100% ethical with like using the ingredients fair trade, hiring people with autism for our packaging, using only 100% organic ingredients, although we are like not certified in like all the different areas because I didn't know like soy-free, gluten-free, fair trade this.
Yeah, I feel especially now with like people nowadays, everyone's looking for the healthier route or the more natural route, and that's what sets you guys apart from the standard chocolate you find in a grocery store, right? And we'll see that today with all the flavors you guys have. And so today, Mara did bring a nice selection of a few sample pieces. So we're gonna go through each one by one, just kind of give you a little breakdown of what it is. We're gonna give a taste test just like we usually do, and we'll take it away from there. You ready?
Amazing, yes,
right,
always. So let's go ahead and try a raw chocolate.
Okay.
This is 100%, 100% raw, but the percentage of the cacao of the chocolate bar is 75%.
Okay.
So it's 3 raw vegan ingredients, and you can start sampling this.
Tastes almost like a standard chocolate, but there's something different about it. Right? It's not like packed with sugar like through the top, and it tastes a bit of like a fruitiness in there too, in a way.
It is, and the fruitiness is just the Ecuadorian bean, right?
That's just from the bean itself.
It's like 3 ingredients. We have the bean, we have the raw cacao butter, and it's sweetened with dates. I always say this is my breakfast chocolate because it's more energy than anything. Just another healthy energy booster, you know, to like just switch it up sometimes. So totally fine to eat it in the morning. Very highly recommended. And 75% fully raw.
Nice.
So we can move on to the almond half raw. Now here we have a combination. It's half raw, half the earthiness and nice flavor of the bean, and half of the more chocolatey notes that you usually taste in chocolate.
And that's what I got from that too. This one is closer to like a standard chocolate that someone might find. And I like the use of the almonds in there too. It's always a good combination with chocolate. So.
Totally. So, tiny bit sea salt, you tasted that one?
A little bit at the very end, I got that too.
Yeah. So sea salt is from Salt Spring Island. So I use a lot of like local ingredients, like something I find in BC specifically. And I'm like, wow, like this is nice to be carried in chocolate. I kind of want to bring it in. So let's go up a little bit.
Okay.
Actually, not just a little bit. Chili and orange peel.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. How are you in spices and chocolate? Do you like it?
I haven't had I don't think I've had it too much, but today will be the day. Chili, orange peel.
Okay, this is now 95% dark. It's kind of a chocolate that's good for people who watch their sugar intake, sometimes diabetics. People ask me if I have keto chocolate, so this chili and orange peel and raw chocolate would be definitely in the range. This chili and orange has less than 1% sugar, and it is sweetened with monk fruit, which is a completely plant-based sweetener, right? 0 glycemic index, so it's a very it doesn't affect your blood sugar level.
That one's nice. I actually think that one so far is my favorite because the spice doesn't kick too much, but I think that orange kind of balances it out, and you get like that freshness. Is it like, I assume it's fresh orange peel put into it, right? Yeah. It was a bit of the spice, then it was the orange peel, and they all had a separate layer, so you could notice what each different layer was every time you took a bite.
And it's very creamy for a 95% dark chocolate.
Nice.
So we always assume like dark chocolate is bitter, but if it's well roasted, it does not have to be.
For 95%, honestly, it didn't. I was expecting it to be a little stronger, but honestly, it was pretty close to even the 75% itself.
Totally,
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I love that. Cool. So that you like the 95, we can go back again.
Let's work our way down. What do we have? 75% here for this
75%. Raw Manuka honey and ice wine chocolate. Ice wine, obviously from the Okanagans. There's the best ice wine. There's the best wine in general.
That one's nice too. I think that might be. No, these ones are now tied up there. But I think I do get a bit of hint of the ice wine in there right away.
Yeah.
And then you said Manuka honey is the sweetener for this one.
Yes, that's more of like a really of a dessert chocolate, right? Like I can
definitely
imagine.
Tell. Yeah, because it's something like someone having the ice wine at the end of their meal, right? This would be something similar in that sense.
So this was my 75. I want to show you one milk chocolate, but I still think it's like really interesting to show how a regular milk chocolate can be made with a little bit more health benefits in mind.
Okay,
so
cool.
no cane sugar, right? Like it's not overly sweet, but if you use good cacao, like even a milk chocolate can feel like pure and clean and strong.
Exactly.
And so I think that's really interesting to see even when you can compare that to regular. Usually what you find in brands is that, oh, it's so milk chocolate. Yeah, you can go ahead.
This one's like, sorry, the caramel salted butter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, salted caramel.
Yeah, that was nice. I actually got the salt right at the very end. It kind of finished it. And I could tell the different layers between each. So what is this? So I know there's caramel in there. Is anything else that's used to sweeten it? Or
coconut sugar.
Coconut sugar?
That coconut sugar doesn't take away from the cacao. So it's more of the, you know, like first you have cacao and then you have a coconut flavor to it. There's also coconut sap syrup, which is the syrup of the coconut tree flour, and that even more, that tastes like caramel, pure caramel. Yeah, and then just again sea salt from Salt Spring Island, and that's
nice.
a whole bunch of goodness. Amazing. So 2 more chocolate bars here. Okay, vegan white chocolate bar. This is really, really interesting one. So it's called matcha creamsicle just because it's so damn creamy. And it's a vegan white chocolate.
The matcha creamsicle.
This actually it's a tiny melted too. Sorry,
it's all good.
But yeah, there wasn't much like vegan white chocolate out there in the first place. Like often white chocolate is like over 50% sugar, and then the matcha was like so mild that you couldn't really taste any of the matcha. And so for vegans, like literally you couldn't have matcha chocolate. And then we're like, okay, cool, let's produce something. So this is coconut cream based.
I was gonna ask, is there coconut in there? Because that's one of the first things I tasted.
Yeah.
And then the matcha came right after.
And just also the sweetener is some coconut sugar and some maple syrup. So it's also, you don't have the, you know, overly sweet, but...
And it is very creamy. Maybe it's a little bit melted, but it's also
tiny bit
very
melted,
creamy.
100%, yeah. This became the bestseller. Like, it's the most expensive bar because it's really hard to make. And then we have... Do you still want chocolate? You still good?
We'll do it.
Yeah.
It's our last one. Let's do it. We'll go for it.
Okay, awesome.
So far, I think this one's actually become my favorite.
And then here we have one blueberry maple syrup. So sweetened with maple syrup. And then the blueberries are from a farm here in Richmond, actually.
Oh, nice. So
from
very,
an organic
very local.
farm.
Yeah.
Very local.
Piece of blueberry right there.
Yeah.
That's nice. And I got a little bit of a crunch from the dried blueberry too. It wasn't just like soft and mushy like you'd find maybe a typical dried fruit.
Totally. But yeah, I like it actually with the crunch.
That one's
totally.
nice. Yeah.
It's so if I would go, well, your favorites, these two?
These two, probably my top 2, and then they're all really good, but if I'm gonna go top 2, it would be this one first and this one second. I was surprised with the chili one actually, the chili and orange peel.
Yeah.
Like it maybe to some people doesn't sound that appealing, but very nice.
Every 6 months, I come out with 7 new flavors, so it's kind of our seasonal bag. I brought one of them, which is
nice.
super unique. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna give this to you, and then you try to guess like the flavor.
All right, test my chocolate skills.
Now you're already a pro, so I trust that you can do this.
Oh, now I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to guess. I can't put my finger on it. There's something there. It's not just like a typical chocolate. There is like a herb taste, but I can't put my finger on it. I'm sorry, I have no idea.
So the name of this is Divine Thyme with Basil and Lime.
Oh, that's a good name. Basil, that's okay.
Yeah,
and
basil
thyme.
and thyme. It takes you on like a whole different level of chocolate, right? Because it's herbs. Then with a citrus flavor of
I got the citrus at the end there.
Lime, I think it becomes one of my favorites. I really hope people decide to have that.
Just to wrap things up, I want to thank you again, Mara, for this great sampling of all these different things. I learned a lot. I think my chocolate education has gone up by this much.
Yeah, so we're gonna do something together?
Yeah, so like she just mentioned, we are going to have a giveaway coming out So if you guys stay tuned for the whole video here, you guys are gonna hear this announcement first. There will be a giveaway on our Instagram, Local Delivery on Instagram, in collaboration with Good Chocolatier. When you guys see this video live, the giveaway will also be live. It will be for a nice sample bag put together by Mara and the Good Chocolatier team for a few different creations. So keep an eye on Instagram for that contest. And apart from that, again, thank you for joining me today, Mara.
Totally a pleasure. I'm glad you liked it.
Awesome. Yeah, and this is Sweet Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Thank you. Bye-bye.